Okay guys, I thought I'd share a couple other colors with you. This is the new Flamingo. It's a little brighter if y'all noticed. It's neon pink. I told you I've been having trouble with the fluorescent pink. It clots up, it cakes at the bottom of the thing, of the container. I stir and stir and stir, then when I make them I got little pieces in it. I can't have that. So I reordered, this is, and this is called neon pink. And it's just a little, I think it's a little brighter. It's got a little bit more purple tint to it. I like it. But that's the only difference going to be. So if you order new ones and you still got some old ones, you're going to like a little difference? Yes, they are. I cannot tolerate having pieces of the pigment in my baits. I mean, the tails, I had to throw them away, guys. I shot a couple rounds. The tails would have dark pink spots in them, stuff like that. All right, this is the Menace. I showed y'all said last week. This is a full-size tadpole. This is the new Junior Stinger, a little bit. All right, and look here. Brim color. Yes, I have brim color in the new tadpole, and Junior and Stinger Junior has the brim color. Why did I do that? People have been asking about it. I took some, went fishing with them, caught fish with them. I thought, wow, okay. So I made them in the brim color. So those two Junior baits are in the brim color. This is a silver bullet color, what the video was about today. They're in the new baits too. One of the hottest colors on my lake. Y'all see me comment this in some videos. I told y'all this in another video, that a guy that lives here on the lake, I was fishing one day, he come over there, this was in December. He came over, he said, what are you using? Every time I turn around, you got a crappie on. I said, I'm using silver bullet, baby. That's like I said it to him. He said, he's an older fella, and I know it, I run into him now and then. He said, man, you're really catching a lot of fish with us. Come closer to me. Guys, I didn't have but like 10 of the pike, and I had like 6 left. I gave them to him. He ordered 6 pikes after that. He said he caught 75 crappie the next day with them. All right, it's a good color on this lake, and that's when the water was clear. The water's stained now. The water was 2.5 foot visibility. My tripod's hitting my chair here, guys. Now, let me move my chair here a little bit. I'm being lazy, guys. I just come in from work. I'm tired. All right, now, guys, I laid these side by side. This is the snowflake, and this is ice. I done that for a reason. Some of y'all are ordering both, and then when you get them, you go like, there's a whole lot alike. They're not. They are something alike. But see the blue tint in the ice? When you look at a piece of ice sometimes, you know, outside, up north, y'all know what I'm talking about. You see a little glimmer on it, it's like ice. The ice color is close to monkey milk. It's got that blue shimmer. Can you see that blue shimmer on it? This is pearl. See now? That's just pearl. It's white with holographic flake, guys, and it's got some pearl powder in it. That's all it is. This is this is white with blue highlight in it. The blue highlight gives it that blue tint. And this has silver and black flake. This has holographic flake. The holographic flake, as I spin it, if y'all can see them, they'll flicker and change colors. All right, they'll look blue, they look green. You see it right here in this one. It's got a little, the camera's not doing it justice. All right, you can see them now. I'm behind the camera looking through it, I see them. When I'm spinning it, certain angle, y'all can see it changing colors. See them sparkle? That's holographic flake. It's in that bait, and it's in the silver bullet. Only bad problem I have with holographic flake is sometimes you'll get a bait, guys, looks like it's gonna have a little hole or a bite in it. They blow up. When I pour them in the mold, sometimes they pop if they're on the skin and leave a little dimple, really tiny dimple. If it's a bad dimple, I put it in my bag. I usually have about 10 every time I bag, and I fish with those. If it's just a teeny little dimple, I'm not worried about you getting it, because these guys, it ain't gonna make any difference. Blue boy, I can't throw them all away, right? Blue boy in the new baits, plum in the new baits, okay? Spark in the new baits, OJ, all right? And that's not all the colors. There's more colors, guys. Just have to go online and look. I didn't dig them all out. I just thought I'd share a few with you. All right? Now, before I get started, I'm going to say something, and I probably should go upstairs and check, and I didn't. The guy that won last week never contacted me. I made a comment under his name, and I said, hey, you won this week. Left my email. He never has. He come back, I think he came back this week and left a number. If he wins, he's not going to win. You know, I asked you if you win, guys, just skip a week or two. But if he win, hadn't collected, hadn't given me an address for the first time, hadn't accepted the first win, see what I'm saying? I don't know what to do. I think if you win, you need to collect your prize and then go forth. Not just keep leaving numbers and winning, because he's taking the win away from you. Yeah, you. If you're not contacting somebody else have a chance to win, they want their prize. So he's taking a prize away from the rest of y'all guys, right? A chance to win. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. I don't know if y'all understand what I'm saying. I want people to get, somebody wins, I want you to get your prize. If you're just going to win and not get your prize and just keep taking the number, you just taking the chance for somebody else that wants the prize, that wants the baits, they don't get a chance to get them. If you're going to leave a number, please come back on Thursday morning, Thursday, whenever I get it loaded. Most times Thursday morning, and see if you won. Okay, I think that's a nice thing to do, because I want you to get your prize. I usually mail it out as soon as I can, and I see where people left comments today. They got their orders and they like the new baits. I think John did. I'm glad of that. I think they're nice, guys. I haven't got to fish with them much. It's been so nasty here. We had a nice day today. Hit 55 today, but I was working. Gonna try to get out tomorrow. This is my last porta catch. I do not have another porta catch to load. If I get out tomorrow, don't catch any fish or can't find any fish, we'll fish Saturday. Saturday's supposed to be 60. Then we're back in the deep freeze. Then we go back into the 20s at night, and 2 or 3 days that it won't even break 30. Yeah, up and down weather. Every year we have it in February. I did look last night. It said our average was 55 during the day this time of year and 35 at night. So we get back to our average, which around 30 at night and around 50 during the day, the fishing will take back off. Last year, February was great fishing. This year, the water was 39 last week, I told y'all. I talked to a guy at the boat ramp. I rode down to the boat ramp yesterday when I came in from work. 2 guys were loading a brand new boat. It's the first time they had it in the water. Beautiful boat. And I said, what was the water temperature? And they said 40 couple, I think 44. So we've had a couple warm days, so may have to turn the fish on. All right, y'all want to see? Let's see who going to win. Here goes. Here goes a number. 170. Gosh, I think we had 173 last week. All right. Here we go. Sometimes it gives us strange numbers, doesn't it, guys? Who knows? That's some of that random. You just don't know. And I did leave a comment telling y'all the new base was in. I had quite a few orders the first couple of days, and it stopped. I think I had one go out today. I usually average. Last week I averaged an order or 2 every day. So this week it's been slow. I think I've had 6. And that's fine. This for February, that's actually good, right? I get running my mouth with them. Number 173. James, I think you're too far. Randy, too far. Scott, you went over. John, 24. Numbers right there in front of me. I didn't see it. 87, 17, 169. So that's why I'm looking. Sometimes it's at the back. Jeff, your order went out today, bud. Jeff ordered last night. His order went out today. And guys, I put sample packs. When you order, I'll put something, whatever body you don't order, you go get one of those bodies if I got them here. When I have bag baits and I have 6 left over, 5 left over, I lay them up, and I got pals. And my wife just complaining about it. My table in my basement looking bad. It's little pals, different colored baits all over, guys. I got 28 colors, so you can imagine. It's little pals all over it. I got the bodies all mixed. It doesn't matter. I just dig in that pile. If you don't order OJ, then you might get a couple OJ. That's what I do. All right, Jeff. Y'all that have ordered know what I'm saying. We got to have Jeff. I didn't write your number down, dummy. I think it's 169. Was that right? Who remembers? I know I went too far. All right, come on. I'm not doing very good this evening. I was right. 169. There it is. My memory is not that great, guys. 72. All right, so that means we need 170 to 173 to win, guys. 177 is over. You didn't leave a number? Okay, well, 202. Matthew hadn't been leaving a number. Albert, you're way under. Chuck, you didn't leave a number this week. William, under. 80. 164, under. We're ahead, 169. 188 is over. You can't go over, guys. Under criteria, if you go over, if you got 174, you can't win. We got to have a rule. You got to have something to go by to separate winners from losers, right? 183, 153. All right, 154. I'm still going. Y'all notice we're getting more numbers every week. 233. I looked at a while ago. I've gained 36 subscribers the last 20 days. 162. So we're getting more all the time, guys. John, you was close. So Jeff, you just ordered baits, dude. Today, and they're in the mail, and you're going to get some more baits. All right, and the baits I send out, guys, are colors that I made and just never put on the site. I have caught fish with all of them. I got some of the remelts from some of the baits. If y'all seen me catch fish with those, there's no problem with those. I send some of that kind of stuff. I'm getting low right now. The ice color, the ice and the snowflake color. Let me tell you something about pouring baits. When you're pouring light colors like that, I do 2 cups at a time. I reheat it a couple times. When I reheat the pieces, after about the 4th times, they get a touch darker, just a touch. When they do that, I put them in the giveaway pile, guys. All right, there's nothing wrong with them. I went up and caught fish with them. I fish with the scraps most of the time, guys. Y'all see me catch fish with them. You know what's good about that? I told you the guy said he caught 75 crappie on my baits. He gave me a number, and I'm not going to repeat it because y'all going to look at me and go like, you're full of it. Because I know this guy. I know he's trustworthy. But he caught a bunch of fish, he said, on one single bait. He said it was chewed all to pieces. That's what I said a while ago. When you get a bait, it's got a little dimple in it, or it's got a little hole in it. It had like a little teeny, it's like an ant bit of hole in it. It's where the glitter would, I reckon it pops. But that holographic flake's bad about that. But makes a pretty bait. That's why I keep using it. It's not going to hurt the bait. The fish is not going to pay any attention to it. You know, sometimes the more chewed up your bait gets, even bass fishing, y'all been there, you hate to lose that bait because the fish like it. They're chewing it up. They like to bite it. It doesn't hurt them. I've heard of guys laying their baits and their spinner baits on the dash of the truck. Now, Sid used to be an old bass fisherman. He probably remembers this. They lay their spinner baits on the dash of the truck or their crankbaits so the sun will bleach them out a little bit and fade them so it makes them better. So people have all kinds of things to do. Don't get caught up in a bait having a bite in it or a little dimple in it. It's like that. That's not going to make that difference, guys. The crappie are not that smart. They're not going to look up and go, is that a dimple? Is that a bite? Does that have a little nick in it? No. It either looks like something to eat or it don't to them. That's 2 things. They got 2 decisions. Either I eat it or I don't. When they don't eat, it's because they're not feeding. They're not in the feeding mood. You done spooked them. They done seen the boat. All right, I'm going to add one more thing about the live scope. I'm going to shut this thing down. I go too long sometimes. People have been asking me questions about the live scope. I'm the wrong person to ask, please. I'm not an electronics guy. I can tell you what I've learned from mine. That's what I give you information, what I'm learning about my live scope. I learn every time I go out, it seems like. That's what I told you last week. And here's what I was told you. Play with it, just like you do a new phone. Play with your live scope. If you screw it up and go, oh my gosh, it's a mess, I don't stop. Go to sonar setups, go to factory default, click on that factory defaults. It's going to say yes or no. Do you want to? Go yes. It'll take it right back to where you started. Then you can start over again. That's what I've told you. You can't mess it up. Go to factory defaults, reset it, take it off again. You're right back where you started before you messed it up. That's how you got to learn it, guys. And you need to reset yours. I hear these guys complaining about the picture and about this update. One of the things they'll tell you, though, reset it. About when I go out sometimes, I don't reset it every time. Maybe every 2 or 3 trips. If I notice my picture, I go, like, my picture ain't good today. I reset it. Factory defaults, and I start over. I put my color gain on about 80. What I don't like about the factory automatics is it controls you in it how far out you're seeing. It'll put you where you're looking at 80 feet. I don't want to look at 80 feet. I run about 45 feet on mine. And somebody made a comment about the video I loaded today about jig fishing. Yeah, I don't do much of that. First of all, I don't like the weight of the rod. I like that 7-foot rod I'm using. It doesn't weigh anything. The Denali weighs hard. It's really light. I like to cast and reel my bait back. I feel like I can control it more. Here, if you get too close to the crappie, they'll move off. If you got a live scope, you're going to learn this. If y'all don't have a live scope, y'all don't know how many fish that's leaving or moving off from you. You really don't. Sometimes I've had the whole school. I've been fishing a dock before. Skip underneath the dock 2 or 3 times. Catch 1 or 2 fish. Take a fish off. Turn back around. Cast a couple times, nothing. Shoot my scope back under there and they're gone. Not 1 fish there. The whole school is left. That's what you learn with the live scope. Why did they leave? They got tired of me pestering them. They got tired of the bait come skipping back through there. I've seen schools out in 8 and 10 foot of water I throw out there. When my bait hits the water, they scatter. You have birds that scatter off the ground and fly. They scatter like that. They go, just take off in direction. My bait hitting the water scared them. Why? We have birds here. We have these birds that die. And we have, they're called cormorants, I think that's what they call them. And we have loons here. So they get a little jumpy sometimes about noises on the surface of the water. But you're going to learn that fish run from you a lot. Fish run from your bait a lot. I have made a noise in the boat. Mason and I was fishing one day. He was watching the live scope. I caught a fish, walked back in the boat, was talking to the camera, turned around, cut it off, walked forward. And then when I looked at the live scope, I seen the fish going away from us. I said, what happened? He said he took off and he started walking toward the front of the boat. I said, yeah, they heard me walking. And I wasn't stomping the boat, guys. I got an aluminum boat. That fiberglass boat is probably better for that. It don't give you a chance to lose as much noise. You know, aluminum's a good conductor, right? But anyway, them fish heard me walking in that boat, and they moved. So we ran them back down. But the problem was we got too close to them. I have learned 35 feet is comfortable. If I can keep them about 30 to 40 feet from me, I can catch fish out of that school. And sometimes they'll move, but they won't run off. They'll move 10 feet. And I can ease up a little bit, reset my spot lock, catch a couple more. They'll move up another 10 feet. If they're on brush, they'll either sink down the brush or they'll leave the brush pile. I've seen them leave it. And I've seen them leave the dock. If they're on a dock, I've seen them go from one side of the dock to the other. They'll be on the right side, and I'm catching them there. And look underneath there, and they're going. I look around, they're on the clean left side of the dock. I'll back up and cast their. They'll shift around on that dock, trying to get away from me. Yep. In the middle of the day, they don't want to go out in open water, I reckon. But you're going to learn that. We spook them a lot more than you think. Your boat spooks them more. Your casting spooks them. Your noise does spook them. People, you old saying, sit down and be quiet. It's true. All that's true, guys. When your dad was trying to be quiet in the boat, he was right. But the live scope, you get to see all that. That's what I'm telling you. I watch these guys on YouTube, and they're vertical jigging, and they're putting the bait down there, and they're going, well, the fish is moving away from the bait, whatever. They know you're there. They know you're there. They hear you. They hear the trolling motor. They hear everything. You might catch one or two of them, but some of them down there has been caught a few times, getting a little smart. They go, nah, I know he's up there. They can look up and see you. I mean, our lake, it's the 3 or 4 foot visibility. They can look up and see you. All right? And some of y'all's lake, it might not make its difference. You got a dirty lake, dirty water, it might be a total difference. But here, usually visibility here is 2.5 to 3 foot. And you need to stay back from them. And it seems like here now, the water's got a stain. Even when the water is stained, they're still spooky. So, you have to learn your lake and learn how close you can get to them. Because I know a lot of y'all vertical jig, you can get by with it. But I watched a lot of them on YouTube vertical jigging, and they're struggling. And they're showing the depth finder, they're showing the live scope, and the fish are moving away from the bait. And they're going, well, these fish are not aggressive, they whatever. No. Yeah, you're right. They're not aggressive because they know you're there. Back up 20, 30 feet, wait about 15 minutes, change colors to something different, change to a smaller bait, throw back over there. I've done it. I've changed to the bug or that little bit, get back, cast over there, catch 2 or 3, bam, bam, bam. 3 or 4 casts in a row, I catch fish. I'm telling you, downsize, get back from them, and you'll catch them. I've learned that the last couple of years since I've had a live scope. All right, guys, if you don't have a live scope, it's a great tool, but you still got to learn it. Just play with it. Play with your sensitivity. Don't get your sensitivity too high. Your color gauge you want high. That makes everything brighter. Play with the colors. I like the black emerald. The new update, people are having trouble with it. That's up to you. If you got a brand new depth finder, or you got a Garmin, and you got a good picture, I wouldn't change it. What's on the new update? I've asked around to a couple people. I know a guy that's electronics guru. I call him and talk to him once in a while and say, tell me what's going on. He told me what unit bought, and said you bought the right unit. That's a good unit, what he said. The update has new colors in it. It gives you a couple of new colors, and it's supposed to have we get what we call a ghost tree sometimes, and it's a dead spot. The picture disappears. We call it a ghost tree. It's supposed to eliminate that, some things like that. So if you're not having a problem, don't change it. Some guys are doing the upgrade, and it's not helping them any. So I don't know what to tell you. I'd ask around. Find somebody that really knows anything about electronics and ask them. But I'm not the one. I just can tell you what I'm learning. I don't know anything about them besides that. All right? So appreciate your asking. Appreciate your comments. I just told somebody today I'm the wrong person to ask. So I'm just being honest with you. I'm learning about the live scope. I don't know anything about electronics. I'm going to get a new one. Mine's old. I will add this. Here I go making another 15-minute video. If you go in the Bass Pro Shop or somewhere and you're buying these depth finders for $600 Garmin's, you're getting outdated units. They will not accept updates. My unit is 3 years old, and it will not accept updates. Only certain units. I kept trying to update it last summer. Mason was trying to help me. Finally, I called Roy. Oops, I slipped. Sorry, Roy. I called Roy. Roy's my specialist, and Roy said, "You can't update your unit, Dennis. It's too old. They didn't make the update for it. Look, if you're having trouble putting the update on, look what units they make an update for when you download it. Okay, and when you buy those cheaper depth finders at a half price, most of the time those units cannot be updated. That's why they're selling them. Check on that before you buy one of them. All right, guys. Appreciate y'all guys. See you next time, Fishing Lake Country.